Talk to me nice, set the mood off in there. Still downtown, old cruise up in there. All the dogs with me make it hard just to move up in there. Like, is it the right time, baby? This is the right time. Pour up a white wine. All of these bands on me, like it's a lifeline. Conviction for all of my niggas. We pull up and slip, it's a nighttime. Fucking bitches in the white robes. Let me know that it's the right time. All my niggas, they be reppin' it. Red bottom when I step in it. Niggas with me, gotta let them in. So with me, that's a definite. Nice with me, that's a definite. Now you met with the dogs, gotta fuck them all before you be the president. Walled in, all cleaned up, man, whole clique all bust down. Walled in, got 2 W's, now I look like touchdown. Pulled up in the I-8 with a shirt saying why I hate. Niggas talking I'm a violate. Bitch, I'm fucking up the tri-state. Conviction for all of my niggas. 2017, we ain't leaving the set on the table for all of you niggas. We coming for all of the fix. I'm fucking all of you bitches. Don't even call them you bitches. And baby, I'm only convinced. Talk to me nice, set the mood off in there. Still downtown, old cruise up in there. All the dogs with me make it hard just to move up in there. Like, is it the right time, baby? It's the motherfucker. ST. Yeah. Yeah, I heard word around town, this I'm coming down. Bad bitch been climb my seat before she tied me down. Just invested in 2 choppers and they on me now. Bitch, all you ever is grrr when I'm hopping out. Put them bitches in the Range Road. Hit a mission with my niggas, then I change clothes. Niggas running for that paper like you say, Bo. You hit my bitch, I fuck your girl, that's how the game go. You know how that saying go. Girl, you know I'm popping now. Give me head and make sure you make that shit sloppy now. If you with it, you gon' meet me at the lobby now. Say you never, girl, I know that you are probably down. Now what you talking about? What you talking about? Never do we get it time, but tonight feels right, yeah. What you talking about? Never do we get it time, but tonight feels like the Blue Jays. New Toronto, bitch, we ballin' on your Blu-rays. I've been bobbing around the city for like 2 days. Stashing all this dirty money in the suitcase. Whoa, don't you know that we got plenty choppers? And these bitches out my kitchen cook like Betty Crocker. Niggas say that they gon' rob me, bitch, don't let me stop. Uncle's PDP and Murphy down and let it drop. Hit G Weeder on the cell phone. Make that call from Compton, they'll be out on Melrose. Train shooters and they down to touch the railroad. Hit it down and through you colder than the hell snow. Whoa, that should tell you that I'm popping now. When I pull up in that rain, they ain't no talking now. Hating niggas talking famous, but I'm on it wild. Reason why when I pull up, them bitches hopping now. Now what you talking about? What you talking about? Never do we get it time, but tonight feels right, yeah. What you talking about? Never do we get it time, but tonight feels right, yeah. I'm rolling downtown. I feel so alone. And this sound I feel like I like in the air. I wanna go downtown. And I like it. Listen. Word around my city. just don't make no moves and just tie me down, yeah. You was talking shit, but now you're riding dick, you ain't sleep. Why I keep a couple O's like I'm saying it? I just got the benzo back, you niggas out of luck, though. You said that's your main girl, then why she tryna fuck for? My chain on scammer, big T Montana, we'll draw like Gamma. My bitch on Pamela, came through on a hot block with the top chopped in the diamonds. Stay blue on a hot block and the drop top on the shining. Rocket on me if a nigga wanna creep up on a whip recliner. Stand in my red up, you for niggas try to creep up on me from behind me. Certain niggas try to text me, play them niggas like a bass flute. All you niggas just some wastage. Why I will come in the race? Looking like I'm in the city, 7 cock and clicking double like I'm Lino. If you treat the 40, 50, split him out, I'm singing to me like Selena. Oh no, don't approach me. Cause I got that thing on me in this shit. Hope you fuck niggas get shot all out your sneakers. Got some real niggas, they watching from the bleachers. And you know my soonest don't come in no Ubers. Cause they can't hop back inside when they shoot you. And you know what kind of sauce this is when you smell it.
Alright, so there you have it. Number 12. It was highly debated. When it came to crunch time, I had 3 choices for number 12. I had 3 choices. I knew I was gonna omit 2 dope songs that I personally feel like belongs in my top 15, and honestly are worthy of being in the top 10 spot, but I had to do it. This is a song that beat it out, man. What can I tell you? Talk to Me Nice, Fargo season. This was when I felt like dude was gonna be on another level. This was when, you know, obviously it's the intro track to New Toronto 2, which I think probably honestly had the highest potential of being such an iconic record for him. I know it's a mixtape, but I'm just saying as a body, you know, the New Toronto 2, just when you look at the artwork, you're like, are we about to peep some legendary shit? Because you know legendary artwork has to be backed up by legendary music. You know it. So I'm not gonna make it any, I'm not trying to make this sound cliche, but when I heard this intro, I felt like it was a nice warm up, you know, just it did what it had to do as an intro. You know, it got you really turned into the next New Toronto. And don't get me wrong, the first one was straight up hard. Like, that's hardcore shit. Like, you gotta really fuck with that to really fuck with, you know what I mean, Fargo. But 2, it felt like he was gonna make that big jump. I felt like it was gonna happen, you know, and this intro just provided me all just like hope for that. It was just complete hope that it was going to happen. Because I'm like, dog, this joint right here is so dope, man. I think it's one of his, look, all the sweet shit aside, I felt like this was one of his dopest takes. I honestly feels like as if he did a 1 take, dog. And if he did, that's even cooler, because it's like it was unexpected. You know what I mean? So fuck it. But I just felt like lyrically, this was one of his best takes too. And I think this was his, like, it's just his vintage New Toronto flow, man. This is really where, when I hear him, like, I expect nothing less than this. Like, this is the litmus test. You gotta come in like this if there's gonna be a New Toronto track. That's why, to me, New Toronto 3, for the most part, it's just, it's a disappointment. You know what I mean? Aside a couple really nostalgic joints, you know, for the most part, I didn't felt it. It just felt synthetic. It felt like it was catered and made for the young audience. It wasn't made in his vision. You know what I mean? So obviously that being his last record with Mad Love, yeah, it played some implications with that. Him saying that he didn't want to give out his best music quality, which I beg to differ because I was still calling bullshit on that. But regardless, I was playing the patient game. And yeah, obviously we're here now, so like it doesn't surprise me one bit. But regardless, look, Talk to Me Nice, Fargo season, man. This is like having a damn good first glass of like whatever it is you drink, whether it's whiskey, bourbon, you know, whatever rocks your boats, man. You know what I mean? A little glass with some ice. It's like, and for all them hood niggas, you know, it's like getting that first sip of that Henny. That's basically what you get here with this intro, and it just warms you up. You know what I mean? It's a pregame, and that's what's so dope about this intro. It's not even just an intro. It's basically 2 songs. No, let me change that up. 3 songs, if you think about it. I don't care that the second part switched up into, to me, I still consider it 2 different beats. So, and he just went up on this part. Hands down. So, am I in San Fernando? Okay, cool. I was in DTLA for a moment, but it looks like I went a bit too far northeast-ish. Northeast. Let me leave it like that. But yeah, man. All I can tell you is that when I played this track, it's fucking dope. It's a banger. Seasick and Play Picasso show again how great of a duo. I think honestly, Seasick and Play Picasso together probably could be the only duo that could top the Mechanics, in my opinion, as the best collab producer group. And the Mechanics are fucking dope. If you've been following their catalog, from the shit they did with Bryson Tiller on Give Me All of You in Exchange from Me, you know, Exchange, to basically producing almost darn near all the tracks on Conflicts of My Soul, as well as a couple, I believe, on Chicks Tape 2. So, yeah, the Mechanics are definitely, you know, unfortunately they broke up. One half of them is Foreign Tech, who still works with Tory, but if anything, literally, it's like getting half-assed work on the beat, because it doesn't feel anything special to me hearing his production. Besides when he was working with Ace Hood on, what was the name? The Process. There was a couple beats I liked on that shit, but I just feel like when it comes to him working with Tory, it's basically half-assed work, and literally it feels like that with his other half no longer working with him, forming the Mechanics. But no, Play Picasso, Seasick, dog, I don't know what it is. They made, honestly, like if we're gonna take out Back in Business from New Toronto 3, they made my favorite beat on that whole fucking mixtape. And what's it called? That song with Lil TJ is a feature. Accidents Happen, I think that's what it's called. That beat was phenomenal. That beat was sick. And you know, obviously Seasick and Play worked on that together. So I think they're one of the greatest duos really to work as I'm not saying they're gonna form a group, but I'm like, if I'm gonna get the next New Toronto, I need those 2 niggas to do what they did on the second tape. Produce basically almost all the tracks on that motherfucker, because I don't think anyone can match what those 2 can do, you know what I mean, on a fucking beat. It's just how I feel. Like, New Toronto 2 is phenomenal, man. I feel like I'm leaving a couple other joints that I wish I could have on the fucking list, but I can't. You know, that would be neglecting everything else, from Conflicts to Chicks Tape 2 to I Told You, Lost Cause, you know what I mean? Cruel Intentions, y'all know the fucking deal. So, I don't have to get around that. So, with that being said, I gotta be fair. And, of course, I gave you that surprise treat from New Toronto 3. The one track that I felt like Tory was really himself the most. And honestly, the only track I actually fucked with everything, like 100% from beginning to end. I haven't felt like that about TORY in a long time. When I heard that track from New Toronto 3, it was like, I haven't felt like that about TORY since this tape, New Toronto 2. So I'm gonna just leave it at that, man. But yeah, that's it. And this last part right here where he adds the soul. From the big bleachers, no Ubers, cause they can't go back inside when they shoot you. When they shoot you, no, I would sing that all the time, dog. So like, this is not for sure. Like every time I get to that part, it's just I sing to it, man. I sing to it. So, but anyways, that's it. That's number 12 for y'all. I might give you guys the other 2 tracks I considered for number 12 that I ended up having to drop. So we'll see about that. But until then, within the next 24 hours, y'all will see me drop number 11. So until that comes, I'll see you on the next video, y'all. Deuces.